Hi, Sunny Ozanne. On the Small Interview Project today, I'll be talking to Scott Monson from InRoads Coaching.
Hi Scott, how are you today?
Good, thanks Tony. How are you?
I'm excellent. Look, thanks for taking part in the Small Interview Project with me today.
Pleasure. Thanks for the opportunity.
No, it's good. I'm looking forward to hearing all about your business and your thoughts on business. So, InRoads Coaching, tell me, what do you do?
Well, InRoads Coaching are only a startup business now.
Yep.
So I started full-time earlier this year.
Okay.
And really, I take an in-a-game approach to coaching.
Right.
So we all have our skills and abilities that help us implement change or make improvements in our life, whether personal lives or in the workplace.
Sure.
But sometimes, what gets in our road, inside our heads, our fears, anxieties, doubts, and that's really what I focus on, what's going on inside.
Okay, so you work on sort of, developing positive sort of thoughts and thinking and mindsets and planning and all sorts of things. And
the mindset and getting people in a place, and I really believe that clients who come to me, the goal's already within them.
Yep.
And the job for me is to help them find the goal.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, that's good. And do you focus on individuals, or are you working in organisations? What's your target? Target client?
Look, I do individual clients. I have a real diverse range of clients, from people who are just looking to become more confident, to a couple of small business clients as well. And with small, I'm not calling myself a small business coach. I don't help them develop their business, but I help them work more effectively within their business.
Sure. So you built in on the interpersonal skills and the management and leadership skills of the
Exactly.
Okay, excellent. Obviously, you enjoy that. You got a background in that area, or what's your?
Look, I got a 22-year APS career.
Okay.
So working with Defence.
Yep.
And I left that October last year.
Okay, excellent.
And this is something I've always wanted to do.
The world is your oyster.
So here I am.
Okay, which brings me on to my first question for you. I guess if I go into my small interview project, why did you go into business? Why did you leave that 22-year career?
Look, a bit of my own personal story, really. Up until 6 years ago, I had quite an obvious stutter. I was stuttering out of control. Right. And you'd certainly know in this situation that there was something interfering with my communication skills.
Right.
And joined a really good speech therapy program to help me overcome that.
Right.
And they taught me breathing and speaking techniques, but they also changed the way that I think.
Okay.
And once they started to do that, and once I started to face my own fears and face my own doubts, then the worries I had about stuttering started to go on. I thought, well, if I can achieve this level of success, imagine what other people could do. And I always wanted to be a teacher or a helper in some way, but didn't want people coming to me going, mate, you got bigger problems than I have. Listen to you talk. So once I'd addressed that stuttering, and look, I'm not cured, but certainly I'm a lot more confident with my speaking now.
So are you replicating that sort of process in your approach, or like using the same sort of approach that you learned through that whole program?
That's certainly part of it, certainly with the inner game approach for me. Stuttering was a really physical thing for me initially. When you're stuck on a word, you're trying to push and force it out. But once I started to get in touch with my own inner game, what my thoughts and how I was addressing those, that's when the real change started to happen.
No, that's good. It's an interesting story.
Yeah.
And do you find that's a bit of an area of target where you actually help people who have similar sorts of problems? Is that something you focus on? Not really.
Look, with the speech program, I do. I'm still involved in the speech program that helped me out. I'm a coach and instructor on that program now.
Sure.
So I do that as a volunteer.
Okay.
So, but from a business perspective, look, I'm just looking to help anyone who wants to improve their life, change their life, or be better at what they're doing.
Yeah, that's really cool, Scott. That's good.
Yeah.
If you had your time over again, would you do anything differently?
Would I do anything differently? Absolutely. I've been thinking about. I've seen some of your interviews and was thinking about this, and I think the main thing that I do differently would be a bit more strategic from the start. Okay. I suppose a bit of naivety, and I'm the eternal optimist. And I really came into it with thought, well, if I build it, they will come.
Yes.
So I wish I had have thought about forming some of those strategic partnerships a bit earlier on, and maybe teaming up with a couple of businesses and seeing what could be done in partnership. So beginning to work that way now. But finally.
So more about forming the alliances. So you had all your planning and everything all sorted out, and the whole vision and direction, that was all done?
So
That's a big advantage compared to a lot of people I've spoken to. What's your biggest challenge in business, either currently or?
My biggest challenge in business, I think, is particularly as a startup. Coaching's a very competitive industry at the moment.
Yep.
So just getting my name out there, getting that
Sure.
awareness of who I am, what I'm doing,
Okay.
and what I offer
Yes.
as well. And then within myself, really getting, okay, so where am I helping people? What am I bringing to people that's
Yeah.
going to help them?
Help
Because
make a difference.
you say, well, I'm a coach. And people go, well, what do coaches do?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
So being able to get that short spiel.
Yes, yes. The old elevator picture.
That's it.
And how do you focus, Scott, working on your business versus in your business? You've touched on it a little bit. That's sort of something that you obviously are working on more now. But how do you maintain a balance there?
Yeah, look, I look forward to the day where it's a challenge to differentiate between working on and working in my business. So probably at this stage, the biggest challenge is finding enough business to work in.
Yes, yes.
So once I start working in my business, I'm looking forward to that challenge.
Okay, all right. But hope that day will come soon.
Absolutely.
Look, my last question for you is advice. Okay, obviously, being coaches, we give advice to people and tell them sort of help direct them.
Yeah.
But what advice or suggestions would you have for somebody who's about to start business?
Well, I think from my own personal perspective, it would have, I held back from doing what I wanted to do for a long time. I was in a career because it was safe, I was within my comfort zone.
Yep.
It was a good career.
Sure.
But it certainly enabled me to avoid all the fears and doubts that I had.
Yep.
So my advice would be just go for it.
Yeah.
Do the planning, but if you've got the vision, you've got the passion, give it a go.
Absolutely.
Because you're only going to get one chance. And you
Definitely.
don't want to die.
Die wondering.
Not knowing. That's right, exactly.
Look, Scott, thank you very much for your insights
It's a pleasure.
and good luck with everything. So thanks for taking the time for the Small Interview Project.
No worries. Thanks, Tony.
Cheers.